Today we're going to be reacting to my World Cup 2026 predictions. Oh dear. Now I can't fully remember what I predicted in this video, but I do remember some of them, and some of them weren't great. In this video I'm just going to react to that video, and also I'm going to go through what I actually think is what I didn't predict, as in like the team of the tournament, the young team of the tournament, the best young player of the tournament, the best player of the tournament, all these different things. And let's see how close I was. I can remember some of them, and like I said, not very. Okay, this video is 7 minutes long. If you want to go and watch the original video, I'll leave a link down to the description in it. I'm not sure what this effect was here. I think I lost my mind a bit, but let's just see. Why am I opening my mouth? I'm starving. Let's go. With the World Cup officially starting tomorrow, I thought today we'd go through my World Cup predictions. I've been so excited for the World Cup all year, and I think it's finally here. Yeah, it's going to be a good tournament. In today's video, I'm going to go through who I think is going to win, who I think is going to be top goal scorer, the best player of the tournament, the best young player of the tournament, the breakthrough player of the tournament, the most controversial hot take that I've got about
Oh god, I forgot about the hot takes. They're bad as well. Oh god, right. Oh dear.
And also which team is going to be the tournament's dark horse, because there's a few, I think, teams that are getting slept on here. So first of all, let's start with who I think is going to win the World Cup. My heart says England, and I before said England. I mean, look, we came third. It's not the worst take of all time. Obviously, as an Englishman, I'm going to back my team. Did I really deep down ever think England were going to win? No. We came third. We probably should have been in the final as well, but we bottled it. It's not the worst take of all time, but I don't think I mentioned Spain at all here. So let's see. Cannot confidently predict that a team with Dan Burn and Jordan Henderson in the team.
I mean, sure, they didn't really play that much.
So I've actually changed, and I'm going to go for Portugal.
Okay, yeah, this is where it starts.
Portugal. They got knocked out by Spain, to be fair, pretty early on. Yeah, they were pretty disappointing, Portugal, weren't they? I thought Bruno Fernandes was going to do better than he did, and he didn't really do anything. Obviously, Ronaldo wasn't very good either. I think, look, if you look at Portugal's team, it's not as bad, this prediction, before the tournament as it looks now. But were they ever really in for a chance to win it? Probably not. Not great for me. You might say, why Portugal? I mean, look at their team. Their team is absolutely insane.
It is good.
Ronaldo, you got Bruno, Vitinha, João Neves, Rafa Leão, João Felix.
Yes, and it didn't even top the group. Well done, Joe.
I know Portugal normally underachieve.
Well, at least I called it. At least I called what they were going to do. They did it again.
Type of tournaments. I know they won the Euros a few years back, but in the World Cup, genuinely they underachieved. I think this might be a bit different though, because they all know now.
What is going on with my focusing here? What's going on? Did I not look at this?
100%. This is going to be Ronaldo.
Bro, it's like I'm in the background. What the fuck is going on my screen?
The sort of Messi effect that happened.
What the fuck is this?
Not last year, but the last tournament. Another reason I picked Portugal is because...
Bro, no, I can't. I'm sorry you have to watch this. What? I keep pausing at the wrong times.
I think it's only fair that Cristiano Ronaldo wins the World Cup. For everything he's achieved in football, it's the one thing he's never achieved.
I still agree with that.
I think it'd be amazing for him, and if England don't win it, which obviously that's who I want to win the tournament, I'd be very happy if Portugal did. Next up.
Okay, so the first one was an absolute miss, like Simeone in the final miss. Let's see what I've got to say next.
My dark horse for the World Cup 2026 is actually Norway.
This isn't as bad. Obviously, they ran into the mighty England and they knocked them out. Otherwise, Norway did have a really good tournament. Haaland was absolutely brilliant. This is a good take. Were they really a dark horse? No, I think you could say Cape Verde were probably the biggest dark horse. But were they a dark horse, or were they just unexpected? I'm not sure. Norway did well. This is not a bad take.
I think Norway are really slept on. I think they won all their qualifying games because they were in Italy's group, I believe.
They did.
They topped the group.
They did.
Like I said, they won every game. Obviously, they've got Haaland, but they've got a good team as well. Like Odegaard. If Odegaard can hit form, he's obviously a good player on his day. But I think they've got a really together squad, and will play more like a team. I feel like there is nations like in these tournaments that do play more like a team.
Let's see who I say.
A load of really good individuals, and I'm talking like your Japans.
Japan were okay, not brilliant.
I think last World Cup I said Turkey, and Turkey...
Yeah, Turkey is shit, man. I mean, I know they beat America in the last game, but... God, they didn't score a goal in the first two games. Fucking Turkey, man. What's going on? Look, you got some good players, Turkey, man.
Another team that are a bit like that. They could be really good. But they seem to always underachieve Turkey. I know they've got some good players, but they do. So this time round,
Called
I'm going
that.
to go for Norway. Now for my player of the tournament,
Okay.
I've gone for Harry Kane.
Okay, this is where it starts to get a bit wrong. Harry Kane started the tournament pretty well. I'd say when we got to the knockout rounds, he weren't great. I mean, he scored 2 goals against DR Congo, which he had a good game in that game. The Mexican game, he scored, but he wasn't very good. Who else did we play? Norway, he didn't play very good, and then Argentina, he didn't play very good. Harry Kane scored, what was it, 5 or 6 goals in this tournament, and he had a decent tournament, I would say. He's not player of the tournament, but I can see why I picked him. You know, if I thought England were going to win, that was good. I'd argue he wasn't even England's best player. Jude Bellingham was England's best player, so yeah, not great.
I think if England can get playing good football and get winning games, Harry Kane's going to be England's best player. I think it's also no surprise I picked Harry Kane as the top goal scorer in this tournament as well.
Okay, well, again, this made logical sense at the time because he was the best striker in the world, and he still is. Obviously, Mbappe got the Golden Boot. It's probably between Harry Kane and Mbappe before the tournament anyway, so I don't think this is too far of a miss. Like I said, Harry Kane was still in the top 5 goal scorers of the tournament, so not terrible.
And as for my young player of the tournament, I've actually gone for Lamine Yamal.
Okay, but this, I mean, he won. He did win. He didn't really get going, did he? He obviously had that injury at the start. Towards the end of the tournament, like I said in my reaction to the World Cup final, I thought he was pretty good actually the last 2 games. But obviously he started with a knock, and no, he definitely wasn't. Kabasi obviously won this, and he deserves it, to be fair. So yeah, fair enough.
I mean, Spain could win the World Cup, but I'm not going to go for Spain. So I feel like he'll get
You're an idiot then.
a bit under the radar in terms of achievements to win the player of the tournament. But we'll probably get thrown into that young player category. I mean, what a career this man is going to have. I think he's only 19 still.
Yeah.
Ridiculous player. For my breakthrough player of the tournament, I've actually gone for Nusa.
Okay, this is a decent shout. I wouldn't say he's the main breakthrough player of the tournament. I'd probably go Bouadi of Morocco out of everybody, who's like made the biggest impact as a young player. News is definitely in the starting 11 for that team, and I'm actually going to go through that team now. So the goalkeeper, I'm going to go for senior. I know he's 40 years old, but it's still a breakthrough tournament for him. He had some really good performances. Obviously, the 0-0 draw against Spain, the draw against Uruguay. I mean, Cape Verde did really well in general, and he was the biggest part of that, so he's got to go in there for me. I've got 3 defenders. The first defender I want to shout out is Nathaniel Brown of Germany. Now, I know Germany went out pretty bad. Obviously against Paraguay, and that's underachievement for them. But I thought Nathaniel Brown was a standout. Obviously got his transfer to Bayern Munich this summer as well. Next defender is Freeman of the USA. Very solid player. I don't actually know what club he plays for, but he looked pretty solid to me. Again, he's tall, he's fast. I feel like that's a good model that the US have sort of got going on with a lot of their players, actually. And the last defender I've picked is Ordonez of Ecuador. Again, a player that was sought after in the transfer market a lot by a lot of teams. I've never really watched him personally play. I think he plays for Club Brugge. Really impressed with him. Tall, physical, pacey, good on the ball. No problem with him. First midfielder is of course Bouadi. He's going to get a big move this summer. I'd be surprised if he doesn't. Just looks so composed for, what is he, 18 years old? 6'4", centre defence midfielder, brilliant on the ball, like I said, and he's going to look like a right player. I think he might be going to Man City. For fuck's sake, not another one. The next team I've actually gone for Inal Ulai of Ivory Coast. Wow, this guy nearly, to me, had a better tournament than Bouadi. He's so under the radar, it's unbelievable. But in the last few days, he's actually got a transfer to Fiorentina. I think before that he played for like a Turkish team, I think, I'm not sure. But he reminds me so much of N'Golo Kante, just everywhere on the pitch, can make a pass as well, so much energy. He's 20, I think, years old. He looks brilliant. And the last midfielder is, of course, Manzambi of Switzerland. Scored, I think, 3 goals in this tournament. And now, of course, has got his transfer to Aston Villa. So I get to see him play in the Premier League more next season. He looks like he's got everything, this guy. Again, he's tall, he's strong, he can carry the ball well. He's got an eye for goal. Again, very, very impressed with him. First of the attackers, Yan Diomande. I mean, I know Yan Diomande has been heavily linked to a big move this summer. Before this World Cup, had never really seen Yan Diomande play a game of football. He does look like he has it all. Did he have a great tournament? No, not in my opinion, but he does look like a player that you could tell in a few years is going to be right at the top level. Another attacker, like I said, I would pick Antonio Nusa. I think he had a good tournament with Norway. Maybe didn't start as many games as I would like him to have started, but he did make an impact. He looks like another player again who's going to be a world beater in a few years. And lastly, the main striker is Saibari, another player that has signed for Bayern Munich this summer. Scored a lot of goals this World Cup, and again looked a constant threat. I know last season he was at PSV, I think, and he scored a lot of goals there as well. Obviously, I haven't seen him play for PSV a lot, so maybe at Bayern Munich I'll see him play more, but he looked really impressive in this World Cup. Yeah, I don't think Nusa was a terrible shout, so let's see what I say about him. Who plays for Norway. I think a lot of people know of his name and know about him a little bit, but I think this tournament's really going to shine a light on him. He's a left winger. I think he's 21 years old, pacey, quick, quite tall as well for a winger. And I do think in the international scene, he could really shine. He's done well in the Bundesliga this season as well. And like I said, I think Norway will have a good tournament, and I think he'll be a big part of that. In fact, he wasn't a massive part of it. He was kind of just like on the fringe of the first team player. I mean, he wasn't terrible, but yeah, he was good. He was good. Two controversial takes. Okay. The first one is no home nation will make it out of the group stage. Okay, every single home nation made it out of the group stage. Now, granted, they didn't go much further than that. They obviously, I think Mexico got knocked out at round 16, so did the US, and Canada got knocked out at round 16. I think they all got knocked out at round 16. They did a lot better than I thought they were going to do. Canada were a lot better than I thought they were. Mexico obviously had the home field advantage, which really helped, and the US were kind of the same as well. I mean, they got some legal help as well. But fair play to these teams. They were better than I thought they were going to be. Firstly, you got Mexico, who, I mean, they're probably one of the better teams in their group, but I don't think Mexico are anywhere near what they used to be anyways. They're probably better. Of quality of team, so they could easily go out. They're probably better. Absolutely useless. They're not. They've got Alphonso Davies. He didn't even play. Alphonso Davies. And as for America, I mean, I've seen Americans in the lead up to the World Cup saying they're going to get into like the semi-finals. Yeah, that was crazy. That is crazy. What are you on? They think Christian Pulisic is like the second coming of Ronaldinho, I think. They do. No. So they could get out their group, USA. I think USA are the most likely, of course. But that is my first controversial hot take. And my second one is no AFCON team will get past the round of 16. Now, let's go back and look at these teams. Yeah, so Africa actually had the highest percentage rate of any continent that qualified for the round of 32. So that was an L. The only African team that didn't qualify for the round of 32 was Tunisia, who were terrible, to be fair. Now, let's see if I can remember off the top of my head what happened. So Cape Verde lost to Argentina, but they had a really good tournament. Egypt lost to Argentina, so they got to the round of 16. They got to the round of 32. Ivory Coast lost to Norway in the round of 16, 32, something like that. Senegal lost to someone. I can't fucking remember. Morocco beat Netherlands, so they got to the round of 16. South Africa was shit. Ghana didn't do great. Algeria weren't great. So, a bit of a mix. I'm wrong with my hot take. African teams were pretty good. I actually thought Ivory Coast were pretty good, but kind of underachieved. Obviously, Morocco were always going to be good and kind of... They didn't do very well against France. But they had a decent tournament, and obviously Cape Verde were very, very good. Yeah, I was wrong again. Shock. We'll get past the round of 16. Now, this one's a bit more far-fetched. There's a lot of quality in African sides. Wait, I said they won't get past the round of 16. Let me double check. Okay, so I was nearly right. Morocco were the only team that got into the quarterfinals. They probably Morocco or Senegal were probably the two. Senegal did shit. Now I just want to talk about some of the nations in general. Okay. I think France will obviously do well. I mean, their attack is the best on paper. Their squad is so strong. They probably underachieved, France, to be fair. I know they got to the semi-finals, and like that is a good achievement for any nation. But you look at some of the players on the screen here, I think they underachieved. They are another team that do sometimes underachieve. As of recent times, I've got ball knowledge. But they've got a lot of quality. I think they'll probably get to at least a semi-final. Spain, obviously, Euro winners. Very, very good squad. And a more experienced squad as well than 2 years ago. As for Argentina, the holders, again, well, they'll have a good chance. You know, I think the players that they won the team with, won the World Cup with, players like Enzo Fernandez, they've really come on and become... Enzo Fernandez, oh God. Not sure about come on, he came off the pitch because he can't tackle. God. Established players when then they were basically just like coming through. And obviously this will be Messi's last World Cup, so I mean he'll want to win maybe not World Cups, and that would definitely solidify him for most people as the greatest player of all time. He's already solidified it for me. Brazil, it'll be exciting to see Neymar. I know he's not... Brazil. Oh, they were shit. Neymar, he played about 2 minutes of the whole tournament. Yeah, nice man. Fit, I think, for the first game they've got, but no, that will be exciting to see Neymar play another World Cup, and again, probably his last. Belgium are a team I'm not sure are going to do very well. They've got a lot of familiar players, but I feel like they're all very old now. Like, I actually thought Belgium weren't that bad. They weren't great either, but they were probably better than I predicted. Thomas Meunier, Axel Witsel, Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku.
They didn't. All of them players didn't really play that much.
Vanaken or whatever his name is. Like, these players, they were old before.
They were
old now, so I'm not sure about that. And you never know. Some of the lower ranked teams, like an Uzbekistan,
they were terrible.
Or a Curacao,
they were terrible.
These teams can always cause upsets.
They didn't cause any upsets.
They're always up for it because they're up for the giant beatings. They've never been on a stage like this before. So, that's why the World Cup's so great. So,
I mean, I get my logic, but I was just completely wrong here.
I will be making a lot of World Cup content.
Yeah, you did, and you didn't shut up, so well done to you. So they were my World Cup predictions in the video. I do want to just quickly go through what I think was actually the right choices for some of them. The player of the tournament, I know Rodri got it. I think Messi was player of the tournament. I know they normally just give it to someone, though, who did win the tournament. And Rodri, again, is in the team of the tournament, and I'll go through that in a minute. But Messi was clearly the best player, I thought. The other contenders for that would probably be Bellingham or Mbappe, but I've gone for Messi. And the young player of the tournament, I probably would go Pau Kabasi. I think they actually got that one right. I thought he was very, very underrated the whole tournament. In the final, he was very, very good. And again, spoiler alert, the reason he's not in the breakthrough team is because he's in the actual team. I'll get on to my team now. So in goal, I've gone for Unai Simon. Again, didn't concede a goal the whole game. The whole tournament, apart from one against Belgium. He won the Golden Glove deservedly. I don't think he's the greatest goalkeeper, but he had a very, very good tournament. At right back, I've actually gone for Jed Spence. Now, I think if Jed Spence played more games, got more minutes, he would have been undoubtedly the best right back in the tournament. I thought Pedro Porro had a decent tournament as well and obviously won the thing. But I think Jed Spence, moments-wise, had a better tournament than Pedro Porro, so I've gone for Jed Spence. The two centre-backs, like I said, I've gone for Pau Kabasi. Very, very good player. Very excited to see what he can do in the future. And next I'm going for his teammate, Aymeric Laporte. For someone who's been playing the Saudi League for a few seasons, he doesn't look like he's missed a beat, really. He looks very, very composed at the back. And again, I think the reason Pau Kabasi had such a good tournament is because he had someone like Laporte next to him. At left back, I would go for Marc Cucurella. I don't like the guy, but he's had a very good tournament. And again, I think he's quite easily the best left back of this tournament. Going into the midfield, first midfielder is, of course, Rodri. Rodri did actually win the player of the tournament. Like I said, I don't think he deserved that, but he did have a good tournament. He's obviously a big composing figure in that Spanish team with a lot of youth in that team. He is the experience and he did very, very well in this tournament, to be fair to him. Should he win the Ballon d'Or? No. Let's not start doing that again, please. And another midfielder I'd go for, of course, Jude Bellingham. Arguably, well, he's definitely England's best player of the tournament, and he could have got player of the tournament. I think if England won the tournament, he'd definitely get player of the tournament. In fact, Bellingham was up there with the top goal scorers, and he's a midfield player. It's just ridiculous to me. I think people saying that he shouldn't have been even in the England squad are a joke. Yeah, he's just, I mean, this tournament he showed he's one of the best midfielders in the world. As a number 10, I've gone for Messi, and like I said, unfortunately he didn't win. I would have liked him to win another one because, again, like I said, that would have solidified it that he is the best player of all time. People will now pick holes in him, but it's not his fault. Argentina are a nightmare. As for the front three, the first one is Kylian Mbappe, of course. Top goal scorer. Looked really, really good. Again, another player that I feel like people were starting to doubt, and he just showed he is a world-class player, one of the best players in the world. Erling Haaland as well. I think he scored in every game he featured in, apart from the England game, so you have to give him massive credit for that. And Erling Haaland, of course, wasn't in as good a team as everyone else on this team, so fair play to Erling Haaland. Finally, I've gone for Ousmane Dembele. I think Michael Olise had the most assists in this tournament, and you could give it to him, but I think he had such an underperformance against Spain. I don't really want to give it to him. Ousmane Dembele was very, very good. For someone who doesn't normally perform in World Cups, he did really well in this tournament, and I think he's really starting to, I mean, he's already established himself as a great player, but all them years ago when people thought he was going to flop, I mean, he's turned it around massively, and I think he deserves huge credit for that. In my next video, I will be doing an only correct answer video for every team in the World Cup, so stay tuned for that. And let me know down in the comments what your guys' team of the tournament and young team of the tournament and player of the tournament is, and see if it's different to mine. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video very soon. Take care and peace.